Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received, and the translation of that message, it reads like this. Hello, how are you, Brother Nash? Can you please post my own story as Hidden Identity? I am a truck driver and currently I am suffering. I really do not know what am I supposed to do. If you know anyone, any traditional healer that can assist me, I am willing to go and speak with that traditional healer, and if I am helped, then I can come back on your channel and then I can give my own testimony. I am suffering a lot. Do you know that kind of a charm that they call rukao, in brackets? This is a spiritual trap such that if a man sleeps with your wife, then that man will start to get sick. That is what I am going through, my brother. I need help, and I need help like now because I am really sick. I do swear on my mother's grave, I don't know what I was doing with this woman. I did not know that she was married. All that I saw was a beautiful woman who could become my wife even, whom I wanted to start with another family even though I was married. I never knew that she was a married woman, but there were some red flags, but I chose to ignore those red flags. I did not know that she had rukao, the spiritual trap that had been set by her husband when he started to suspect that she was cheating on him. I did not know that her husband had gone to Chipinge, where he comes from, and then used a tortoise in the ritual to trap another man's manhood when she will be sleeping with her boyfriends. And now I am dying slowly. Let me tell you everything before my testicles disappear into my stomach and take my last breath. For I have been told by another healer as well as a doctor who told me that it is not supposed to happen such that a man's testicles returns back into the stomach because it is very dangerous. You can die. I am a truck driver. I used to work in Harare. I was doing routes which were cross-border but never went to South Africa. I used to go from Beitbridge to Botswana, Zambia, as well as Mozambique. And then that was when I found another job. I came to South Africa. There was this other friend of mine who was working at Cargo to Congo, and he told me that there was another man who used to be a truck driver, and he had bought his own truck. After he had bought his truck, he was looking for a driver, but at that time he did not want to do cross-border yet. He only wanted to work doing local loads, and I was happy about it, and I started working. I was driving as a truck driver in South Africa. So my story happened in November 2024, before Christmas. I had done a 3-day run to Pretoria industrial area. I was offloading some fertilizer there. It was late and I wanted to speak with this other prophet. I then drove and I went into the location. I then met this woman. I met her at Mamelodi West. This woman, she was really beautiful. After I had spoken with the prophet, when I was by my truck, she was also walking back from work. She was working as a stay-in maid, and when I saw her, immediately I saw that she was a woman of my dreams, a woman that I had been searching for. I did not know that she was married. She also looked at me. She crossed the street as she walked towards the place I had my truck parked, and she wanted to ask me something. She was also interested in me, but she was shy. She was light-skinned. She had a soft voice, and she really had nice hips and curves, but the clothes that she was wearing, she had that Zim vibe. It was giving Zim, and immediately I knew that she was from Zim, not a local woman. I saw from the clothes, because she wore clothes of many colors. We then spoke, and I liked the way that she spoke with me. She asked me where I was from, and I told her that I was from Zim. I then lied to her that I was on my way going across the border, for she said that she was looking for a truck driver that she can gave a parcel to take it with him to Zim. I lied to her even though I was doing a local route. I just wanted her phone numbers. I said, unfortunately, I will have to take it next time around. We spoke. She told me that she grew up in Masvingo, but she was staying in Pretoria. Things that she was saying could not even make sense at all. I should have taken that as a sign that she was not an honest woman, but I did not. I was a man who was lonely, who always slept alone in my bed, in my truck. So I wanted to be with a woman. Later on, the more that we dated, I started to notice that she never wanted to touch me. She never wanted to be intimate. Then there was this other time we did it in the truck on my bed. I took her to the truck stop, and when we were there, when we started touching and kissing, she was avoiding me. She was silent the whole time. She was not mourning as a woman that was enjoying. She did not want to kiss me, just breathing softly. I thought that maybe she was a shy woman. When we were finished, I reached my phone, started playing romantic music. That was when I noticed that she was acting all strange. She did not want to be with me anymore. I said, "Are you okay?" She did not answer. Then she said, "You know what? I need to go back to the location," and her phone kept on ringing. So the problem with this woman was that whenever I was away, far from her, when I would try to call her, especially at night, she would never respond to my calls. And I said, aha, now I know why she does not pick up my calls. It is because she will be with her boyfriend. We started fighting over the phone. I will be like, "You need to pick up that phone and put it on loudspeaker." She refused, and we started fighting in the truck. She was like, "That's it. Open the door. I need to go back to the location." I said, "You're a prostitute. You can do whatever that you want." She got off from the truck and she walked out of the truck stop. That was when I remembered, and I said, if this woman gets murdered along the way when she is returning back to the location, because it was far from where we were at the truck stop, and I said, it means that it is me who is going to get arrested. And there was someone who knew that we were together, a sister who stays in Cape Town. So I started the truck. I went and I said, "Get into the truck." She got into the truck. It was very difficult and dangerous. I had a load on my truck, but I drove to the place where she was staying and dropped her off. The next morning, when I woke up, I felt an itch down there, like it was normal at start, but by the time when it was in the afternoon, like it was really painful. Then that was when my boss told me that I was supposed to pick up a load, and I was supposed to go with that load to the Churundu border. We were supposed to transship that load into another truck. So me and her, we went together on the truck because she wanted to stamp her passport and return back to South Africa. When we were there, that was when we slept together again. In the morning, that was when I woke up and my manhood was really painful. I was alone at that time. I was even walking funny, such that people who knew saw that I had an STI. My manhood, it was swollen as if it wanted to burst. And as for my testicles, they were so hot and they were so painful. Like the time when I was driving, sometimes I would even drive whilst I was standing, because to sit on my balls, it was very painful. Whenever I would stop, I would buy some energy drinks. Instead of drinking them, I would just put them into my underwear so that at least I can feel a little bit better, because I was feeling hot down there. I drove to Harare just like that. And then I spoke with one girlfriend of mine, but she's a prostitute. I was not ashamed of her. I told her the truth. I opened and I showed her what was going on down there. So this girl said it was an STI. She then mixed some herbs. Usually the prostitute always had some herbs with her. When she felt like she had an STI, she would just drink those herbs. She prepared something for me and I drank. In the morning, we were even able to make love, for it was no longer swollen, but we used a condom. And then I proceeded with the journey. I went to Chirundu. When I was on my way back, I was feeling so much pain. You know what happened down there? My testicles, they were all cracked up, just like when you have used a no hair cream to remove your pubic hair. Sometimes it can get too hot and then it can crack up your skin. It is very painful. There was even blood that was coming out. I said, I have to go to the doctor. This is not normal at all. That was when I returned back to Harare. I went to this other private doctor and then he checked me. He ran some tests. I was HIV negative, no syphilis, no gonorrhea, nothing. He looked at me strange and then he gave me some medication. It was not working at all. Before I had left for South Africa, that was when I said, this must be spiritual. Let me go and speak with this other traditional healer. I went to that traditional healer, and as he was busy inspecting me, he then said, unerukau. It meant that I have that disease which is caused by that spiritual trap when a man is suspecting that his wife is cheating on him. So he told me the way that this spiritual trap had been created. He was like, you are going to die a painful death because this condition, it mimics the behavior of a tortoise. Just like when a tortoise gets scared, it retreats into its own shell. So your manhood is busy retreating into your own body. And if it happens that it completely retreats in your body, then your testicles will follow and you are going to die. For a man cannot live like that. And I was really scared. I said, what am I going to do? I tried to speak with that woman, but I could not get hold of her. The only solution that man told me was that I needed to confess to the husband of that woman. He gave me some herbs that I am still using. At least it makes me feel better. I am no longer having that pain of having my balls cracking up and the blood coming out. It is better now, such that when you see me walking around, you won't even know that this is what is happening to me. But I need like real help. That woman, she blocked me, as well as her sister in Cape Town blocked me as well. I spoke with the husband and I said that I was sorry, and he just ignored me. And I even asked him, what exactly does he want? He only told me how he had found out that the wife was cheating on him, and then he returned back to his village, and he went to this other traditional healer where he was given a tortoise, and he started sleeping with that tortoise, and he did not bath himself, and he returned back to his wife. He slept with his wife after he had slept with the tortoise without bathing. That is how he created that spiritual trap. And now he knew that indeed his wife was cheating on him. And I said, how can you help me? Whatever that you want, please just assist me. The man has gone quiet on me. It seems as if he does not want to assist me. The healer is the one who is giving me a temporary solution. He told me that it is not a permanent one. If there is anyone that can assist me, I'll be glad. If such a person will help me, I can even come back with a testimony if I get help. When you post my story, please tell me. I'll be following through in the comment section. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our brother. Let us try to speak with our brother in the comment section. Yo.